racing has become too expensive, and that's why we've set up our membership here at Apex Racing Sim. This is our sim centre in Corby, and you can use the rigs here for as little as £20 a month. And that's not just for a one-off, that's as much as you want for an entire month. So just head over to apexracingsim.com to become a member.
It's the season finale of Season 15 in the Apex Racing Academy Porsche Cup tonight, here from the Apex Racing TV esports studio. We've already been to 8 tracks this season, and today we head down under to Australia, to Adelaide, for the first time in Apex Racing League history. My name is Sam Fitzpatrick, and alongside me is David Sampson. And David, it's the first time we've been here at Adelaide Circuit. It's been on the iRacing service for this season, so 12 weeks. And what's been your impression of it from the little experience you've had?
I think it looks good. It is a challenging track, so it's definitely off-putting. Even when you're have learnt the track, to keep the pace up all race long. I think it is a high ceiling on the precision needed over race distance here. I think it does separate the people who put in the prep and are good drivers, but I think if you're hopping in, this track would be your worst nightmare.
Sure. And it's the worst nightmare for a lot of MotoGP fans now as well, because of course Phillip Island has been dropped. Generally regarded as probably the best circuit in MotoGP, up there with sort of the old Mazzanos and Mugellos. And yeah, it's been dropped for some reason. Because it looks like they're going to Adelaide instead. Seemingly on this layout, but would be unusual because it is a street circuit, of course. But yes, there might be some angry people out there because of that, and rightly so. In terms of our championship, though, it is the final round. This is the decider, and all of our championships could change, some more likely than others. In the pros, this one could change. It is currently Joe Pedrick who stands at the top of the standings, ahead of Ole Postrup, and those two are the only ones who have a chance. Postrup would need a big round, and Pedrick has been very consistent this season. He'd really need at least his second to worst round this season, and with fewer drivers at this final round, that will be less of a risk for him.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Ollie and Joey have been two very strong drivers in a very strong field, and yeah, they're up there not only because they're fast, but they've scored a massive amount of points every round, so it's been impressive. But no, I've been rooting for Ollie quite a lot because of the team aspect that he's out there on his own when you've got Shezzy and Lion GP, but Joey has been a standout.
In the Pro-Ams, we've got Pascal Whale, who is very nearly there. Lars Vatzik would need to have a huge round because Wales' drop score is very good, and so really Lars needs to be scoring over 100 points today. Maximum points you can score in a meeting is 130. The most he scored in a single meeting so far this season is 93, so he really need to be scoring 100, even if Whale didn't score any points today, just with the way that the drop scores work. So big effort needed from Vatzik. And in the ABS, Putzux doesn't have a drop score, so this one is technically possible, but like we discussed last time out, Luke Blow would also need to score 100 points. He needs to score 106 points, as you can do the maths right there, and the most points he's scored all season is 69 in a single round, so I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, you can talk about 2 through 5 there all you want, been very good drivers, very strong on their day, but I mean, Hayden hasn't put a foot wrong that I can recall. He's always recovered very well from things that have gone wrong. Lots of poles at the start of the season, not converting to wins, but that wasn't his style. His style was huge points, and we're seeing a huge points all come the end.
The teams one is probably the most interesting championship because it's gone back and forth in recent times. I think this might even be the third different team which has led in the last few rounds, because for a while it was the Line GP Fensterversand.com team which was leading, but they've really fallen away in the last couple of rounds. In fact, none of their drivers were around last week. Chessie then took the lead, but Line GP Fenster.com had a good round last time out, and so they were able to retake that, but either one of those top two teams could still take it, but I think you'd have to back Line GP because, on the most part, they've been the strongest team, and Chelsea have done well just to keep it as close as they have done.
Sure, yeah, I think Line GP's biggest problem sometimes has been their two teams taking points away from each other, whereas obviously the Chelsea team is very focused. But no, what a battle! Actually, one of the closest team battles I can recall in the Porsche Cup series.
Yeah, usually a team sort of runs away with it, but not this season. It certainly did look like it was going to be that case halfway through the season. We can have a look at the tracks we've been to this season on our calendar, of course, following the official series and Adelaide. Week 12 of iRacing before we have a break next week.
Yeah, it's been a good schedule. Obviously, we had the Le Mans and Monza, which was very different to what we used to drive in the Porsche.
I don't fancy going back to Daytona, honestly, after the race we saw there.
No. The draft was too much. Yeah, Adelaide should be a good equaliser. There is a big straight, but we're gonna absolutely nail the exit
for sure. In terms of our format, we've got the A format today once again. So the 4 races, the 2 heats, the B final, and the A final. It's going to be a bit unusual today because we've got less drivers, and I'm genuinely not sure if we're even going to have a B final. We're just going to see what happens. But we've got less than 30 drivers, and so I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work. So we might only have 3 races today, but we're at least going to have the 2 heats and the A final. In terms of and then, of course, we should give a shout-out to the weather. We love the weather. I got that the wrong way around. But, you know, we should give a shout-out to the weather.
We should.
Because it's fairly cool. I think it might be getting warmer as the day goes on. The session actually started before sunrise. And it is in the summer currently in the southern hemisphere. So the temperatures might get increasingly warm as the day goes on. I'm looking at right now 23 degrees track temperature, so not too bad for the drivers.
Could affect qualifying though if it ramps up, especially because the pros go last. We've had that happen a few times where track conditions have caused entertainment.
Yes, and unfortunately no rain this season. No rain in any of the rounds. No rain predicted at any of the rounds. So hopefully for future seasons we will have the rain. And in terms of Apex Racing simulators, you might be familiar from our social media that we have started our membership at apexracingsim.com. So we are currently sat at our sim centre in Corby, which is in Northamptonshire in the UK. And for as well as £20 a month, you can come to our sim centre and use our simulators. And they are the top of the line simulators, VRS equipment, wheelbase, pedals, wheel rim, ultra-wide monitors, and yeah, pretty much everything you could possibly need. So if you are not able to have a simulator at this time, or if you just want to try out some high-end equipment, and you're based in the Northamptonshire area, or Rutland, or Lincolnshire, or Leicestershire, or any of the surrounding counties, you should sign up at apexracingsim.com. In terms of Apex Racing League, we have got Apex Racing League Prototype coming up in 2 weeks' time. It is GTPs and LMP2s. We've already had 40 of the 60 entries taken in the first week, so it's likely that it's going to fill up. So if you do want to take part, you should sign up immediately at apexracingleague.com.
Is the schedule following officials, or is it?
It is following officials, and from what I recall, I think it was quite a good selection of circuits.
Awesome.
Cannot name you any of them right now. Silverstone round 1, maybe?
Okay.
Which I wouldn't say is one of the high points. I'm not trying to sell it on Silverstone.
I like Silverstone.
But it is good. We can look at our track guide now for Adelaide. Christian, who sends us these assets, working very hard to get this sorted for us this season, along with the B-roll. Unfortunately, I've been slacking. I haven't done a camera pack for this place, so apologies to all your eyes. But T12, maybe the trickiest corner on the circuit, I think.
Yeah, I say I haven't done too many laps this track. I have watched a lot of races, but yeah, getting this right, especially in the Porsche Cup. Obviously, while we have ABS, the brake performance with lock-in still causes hassle. But yeah, I mean, very tight and twisty, and getting it right here is massive for your lap time and staying out of trouble. No, I don't think I've done more than 5 laps at the track. I mean, don't get me wrong, when I want to learn it, I'm going to learn this track properly, but for now, no. Yeah.
I don't think I've done any laps on this track in any game ever. So apologies to everyone now. I'm absolutely a charlatan today, unfortunately. T5, I think that's where Hill hit the wall. Schumacher hit the wall, right?
Yeah,
And
I think
then
you're right, yeah.
into 6, they collided again, and Schumacher won the championship. Of course, it used to be a lot longer, the layout as well, because I think they used to go straight on from T6, and they didn't have T7, and it made the back straight a lot longer. But nowadays, it's an abbreviated circuit, which does limit the overtaking opportunities, because the 800-meter straight or something that they used to be is much shorter.
Yeah, and you've got all these sausages on entry and exit that can cause, you know, I mean, there's walls coming up and you've really got to open up the corners. But yeah, these sausages, especially with the Porsche Cup's tyre bounce, you really want to hook things up. Obviously, especially in qualifying, 0x is going to invalidate your lap. But no, I do like a good street circuit. I should get on this track.
It is pretty crazy how, you know, 6 years ago, it is a while ago now, to be fair, but of course that pre-Long Beach, the idea of even having a street circuit on iRacing, I was like, no, we can't do it, because the amount of like stuff that you'd have to like model and render and stuff, iRacing basically ruled out that happening. And then of course lockdown happened and they didn't have any circuits to scan and build, and so they were like, well, we've got the Long Beach scan from 10 years ago, let's do that. And since then we've had Belle Isle, and we've had other street circuits that are not coming to mind right now.
Detroit, Chicago,
Chicago, that's the one, yeah.
I can't think. There's one I've learned a few months ago for a league. I can't remember but yeah, impressive. So I still think there's a few netcode issues, like at this track especially. You're going to see a lot of rogue wall hits that don't happen. But I noticed that problem as well, even at Long Beach. The sharper corners, it always looks like the guy in front of you's tapped the wall, but
sure,
in fact they haven't.
In terms of our picks for today, I've gone all out hopium. Posture, second place in the championship. Come on, Ollie, we can bring this championship back. Lars Vatzik, a long shot for him. And Joey Island, just because he was so good last time out, was very unlucky being wiped out on the last lap. Still actually scored more points than anyone else in the AMS. Didn't win the A final, but was super impressive. So best of luck to him.
I think I've inadvertently gone for similar drivers to you. Ollie Postrup, I've been supporting all season long. Bjorklund is proper quick. I think he's had too many ups and downs though, but a fast dude. And let's see if Andre de Brouw, who I don't think has a win, maybe.
He did really well at Daytona, didn't he? But it fell away from him at the end, right? So he did win at Daytona, but I don't think he won the A final. But he did score the most amount of points of anyone across the meeting.
Yeah. I think he's going to do well.
Well, best of luck to all of them. We will go to a break now, and when we're back, we'll be showing you the qualifying action.
Are you struggling for consistency in your sim racing? Does your iRating look like a roller coaster? If so, we have good news for you. The way to get more consistent is to first understand what you're doing differently than the professionals. And VRS is the answer. With our competitive subscription, you will have the telemetry, setups, tutorials, and everything else you need to fully analyze your driving. Our data packs and the ability to compare your driving with the best in the world will show you exactly where to adjust your inputs, change your driving line, and shave seconds off of your lap times. And our powerful and precise Direct Force Pro wheelbase and precision pedals are being used by some of the world's best drivers. All these champions agree that VRS hardware is not just the best on the market, it's also priced well below the competition. So if you're looking to upgrade to direct drive and the best pedals in sim racing, VRS is your answer. If you want to get better, get faster, and make it happen sooner rather than later, you owe it to yourself to find out why so many people are switching to VRS. You'll be so glad that you did. Visit www.virtualracingschool.com and learn why the best use VRS.
Welcome to these lovely shots of Adelaide. Like to soak in all of these. Once again, Christian Steenberg, who does all our shots. Big thanks to him for putting together this very nice compilation. I must say, it does look very nice. I think all the Australian circuits, there's a couple that we don't have yet on the sim, which really do have good sort of scenic. They're not like big events necessarily with huge grandstands, but they're very sort of tightly packed, you know, like it's not very sparse. It's, you know, the grandstand's close to the circuit, and they're all very, you know, it feels like a proper event.
Yeah, and obviously transitioning from that to our custom camera packs is just a beautiful thing to see.
Yeah, sorry everyone. You can see, I mean, I guess most people don't care. I think that is...
I've never made one.
That is what I sort of... we've got the car cameras at least. Let's go through all the car cameras as we go on this lap. Look at all these great car cameras. But yeah, apologies for the... Yeah, it's just not that good. They're all a bit too zoomed out, not in great positions. There might be some fence clipping, but we'll see. iRacing don't do too bad a job with them. As already the prams are going out on circuit, we're seeing that the remainder of the ARMs set their times, and currently it looks like it's going to be a third consecutive pole for Hayden Pasek.
Yeah, he's absolutely on fire. I think we mentioned last week, but he'd be doing pretty well if he was a pro-am at the moment. Looks like only Andrew De Bruyne can finish the lap. I think... Oh! That's one way to warm up your tyres.
Yeah, I think De Bruyne actually went back to the pits. I think. So yeah, I don't think there'll be any more from him. I don't think we'll have the same issues with qualifying, where I think everyone is on the same track. So yes, that won't be an issue at least today.
Jacob in chat said Hayden is running a special gold delivery. Hopefully he's submitted it.
Great angle from Lewis there to show us the gold livery. Not sure if that's the one. That almost looks like a spec map gone wrong. We're going to reload the paints just in case, because obviously he has won the title and we want to show him on all his glories. I actually want a title myself.
Yeah.
So, yeah, don't like to talk about my successes too much.
Proceed
so.
to.
I was just going to say, I mean, I sort of know how Hayden feels. You know, I'm very much the Jose Mourinho of sim racing. You know, I go in and I win, and it's not always pretty, you know, but I get it done. You
do more often than not.
And yeah, my win rate by just entering in series that I know that I'll win beforehand is it's a great tactic. I recommend it to anyone. When was the last time you won a championship?
Honestly, won a championship.
Or won a big event, I'd say, like...
Okay, so... Well, yeah, I finished top 5 in the Porsche, Porsche esports All-Stars, but that was not winning. Oh, no, yeah. My two biggest wins are probably... were both broadcast on television. The Canadian sort of media charity event they run with some really big names like Daniel Morad and lots of IRL pros, and you put into two dedicated teams, like a charity or the pro, which is in me in this case, and I went up against ART boys who are other pros, sure. And you're bid on. I was the 2-time back-to-back champion. Unfortunately, I went to defend it again for a 3rd year recently, and we finished P5.
Sure.
But yeah, I'd say that. The Pesk. No, not really a winner.
Sure. Well, not all of us can be. So some compromised laps so far from the drivers. There was a bit of side-by-side racing into T1, but of course they are sort of warming up their tyres, so don't expect these early laps to be too important. This corner through here, absolutely incredibly fast. Surprised it's allowed in real life, because of course there is 0 runoff, but it is a very demanding one. It does of course mean that there's not much of a run from that fast right-hander into the tight hairpin, which used to be the main overtaking spot, you know, 30 years ago on the old layout. Now, you got to get creative in some other places. Hall goes up into P9, but it's currently the instant adjunct is the fastest of the pro-ams. And unlike some of the recent rounds, there's no messing about in terms of trying to get a slipstream. The guys just want to get a clean bit of track and go by it themselves.
Yeah, I may not win much, but those 2 wins were 2 massive trophies. Really nice.
Oh, you actually got trophies?
Yeah.
Right, okay, well, that's...
With track maps embroidered in and...
You usurped me.
Oh yeah, I won Suzuka 10-hour top split, but Gustavo might have helped. You know, one of the fastest drivers on the planet. He helped. He came hand in hand in for things like qualifying and 5 hours of running. I didn't crash though.
No.
I mean, I was caught at like 8/10 a lap every lap for an extended period of time. A win's a win. The Hayden Puttock lap's holding up strong.
Let's see what this lap is from Jensen. It is one personal best. It wasn't actually that good a second sector for him. I don't think it's going to actually be near Hayden.
Very fast
to be
sector 3
honest.
though.
Oh, yeah, only actually a 10th off. So, yeah, good final sector. Gained to 10th and a half in the final sector, but his first sector was 3/10 down. So, if you can nail that, Jensen, then he will definitely be good enough to take a provisional pole. Unfortunately, we might not be able to show the gold livery for Puttock. We'll see if it magically arises as Zombor goes to pole. Good to see him performing there. As a whale gets a little bit in the way, needs to make sure he doesn't pick up any penalties in what should be his coronation today.
Well, I fancy coronation chicken. I love that.
Oh, you know that I'm very hungry.
Okay, sorry.
We're maybe past the pizza chat, and I know actually no one cares what I'm about to say, but you know, you tuned into the broadcast, you got to listen. We usually order Domino's beforehand, but I missed the payment verification, and so I'm a very hungry man at the moment. A man lacking pizza, so.
Jensen setting up for the lap there. We could watch Jensen's lap, follow the lap. Here we go. T1 hooking up the line.
Made it look very easy, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's not that easy at all.
This is all about just nailing the braking point so you're back on the throttle nice and early, you can track out. It's all about just carrying that momentum and getting off the corner. Yeah, a little underdriven there. Leaving a lot of width on the table. Very nice line there. Get back to that throttle, open up the wheel, close to the wall. Track does look really good, doesn't it?
Yeah, this is the longest straight on the circuit, and then in qualifying, this is so tricky because obviously to miss the wall, sure, that's one thing, but in the race, but of course in qualifying, if you get a 0x, that's your lap invalidated, so you really got to leave a bit of margin, and Jensen did there, a little bit more margin than actually the lap where we saw him set earlier on, but it looked like a clean effort and a much better sector 1, which has been his weakness so far. This should be comfortably enough for a provisional pole.
Yeah. Yeah, if he can nail that sector 3, which he has been doing.
Could even be a 17 here. See what he can do. Comfortably into the 17s. Very nice lap.
Gordon Hogg, what can he do?
Very bad.
Yeah, terrible first sector.
Yeah. I was thinking earlier on, because I was saying, oh, there's so many street circuits now in iRacing, and I named 2. Of course, St. Pete's coming next build. That's the other one that I was thinking of, so very looking much forward to that.
Yeah, that last sector from Jetson is leagues above everyone else at the moment in the Pro and the Am and Pro-Am.
Yeah, got nearly 2/10 on everyone.
Yeah, but every lap, that's the problem.
Yeah. Whale, down in P12 at the moment, one of his weaker qualifyings so far. Trying to see if Vatsik is around. I don't think he is, which really would end any hopes of someone challenging Whale in the Pro-Am Championship. Only Vatsik had a mathematical chance going into this round.
Yeah, he's had a very strong season. In a tough group as well.
Still can't get over how good the livery is.
Well, Pascal's. Yeah.
Massive fan.
Yeah, even the font.
ARA esports. Or Aretzi, we can't pronounce it, but it's It's good. It's good brand representation. Really, really good job from those guys. Bjorklund up to P5, just behind his teammate. Let's see if Whale can get any further up this time. It does look like a much better lap, and I think it will get him around those Sim Racing Norway guys on the 3rd and 4th rows. And it is the first row of the grid. So a very good second sector. That's the final sector. That's the second best final sector we've seen, only behind Jens Nadjensen. And yeah, that's why he managed to really surge his way up at the end.
And what's crazy, Bjorklund down in 6th, but his last sector was 4 tenths off everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4:16.
Yeah, so yeah, the first 2 sectors he was faster than this man. Yeah, Jesus. Who is going? He's sort of matching his previous time. I think he's actually a little bit down in sector 1, but this final sector he's been so good. Overdrives it this time though. Only a little bit. Oh well, a lot on the exit.
That's a wrap. But looking like pole, just scanning the sectors, see if anyone's on one.
Oh, Jesus crashed. He was actually on an improvement. Whale nowhere near in the second sector, or the first sector for that matter.
No, Nagi the same.
Of course, Damon Hill famously crashing into... it's not Damon Hill, David Coulthard, famously crashing into the pit lane. Were you a David Coulthard supporter?
No, Hakkinen.
Oh, sure.
I'm a little bit older than you, so...
well, like, because I look back at, like, 90s British sport, and the thought of having to support Coulthard and Henry is the worst idea. Just, like, 2 guys who absolutely had a lot of talent, but just weren't quite good enough.
Even Button pre-Braun wasn't much to support.
Sure, but at least he never had a championship winning card before Braun.
Yeah.
Whereas Coulthard had 7 seasons in Formula 1 where he had a championship winning card. I mean, the 2 Williams seasons, about 5 seasons in McLaren, and then, yeah, all the way up to 2003, and he never came close. Sorry to all the David Coulthard supporters. I don't really know what I'm talking about, but yeah, he just seemed like a very annoying driver to support.
Ended his days in Red Bull, right?
Yeah, 2008. Yeah, alongside
before Webber. Yeah.
And of course, Vettel replaced him for.
It was a good. It was a good signing.
It was a good signing. I think Hakkinen and Coulthard have like number 2. They might even be I think they're number 2 or maybe even number 1 in the list of like teammates races. Like most races as teammates.
Ah, right.
Every season from '96 to 2001, they were teammates with each other. And I'm not sure if maybe Schumacher and Barrichello are the only ones I think who are ahead of him.
So I had the opportunity to talk to Barrichello about the Schumacher days and everything, like, because me and Barrichello used to drive a lot together in endurance and stuff, and yeah, I had the opportunity to ask him about pulling over and stuff.
Sure.
I wasn't streaming though, so I'm not sharing, but yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Barox moves to P4 now, after that first attempt. It's something unusual now in Formula 1, how, of course, Ruben's race count, which he broke the record from Patrese back in 08, and when he got to, I think it's 320 I think he got to, and that just seemed insurmountable, and Alonso by the end of the season is now going to be on 400.
And people like I'm probably maybe getting this a bit wrong, but people like Lance Stroll are flying up the list of like
number 9 of all time. Yeah, him, Perez.
Yeah,
like Gasly's getting up there.
Yeah,
Ocon.
People we think of as rookies.
Yeah,
I look it up.
Yeah, some of them still in their 20s, and yeah, but no.
Yeah, but that record will be smashed top, left, right, and centre.
Well, I mean, if Max sticks with it, then
he won't. He won't.
Gazer up to 2nd position now. And yeah, currently it's the chassis cars in the pros who are the only ones who have really put in any strong times. Porsche down in 16th place. Pedrick, of course, championship leader, down in 18th. Still got plenty of time to set times, and of course these guys have a little bit extra time just so that they can complete their lap, because once you get to the 32 minutes, the session will expire. You're not allowed to complete the lap that you start. As you can see, Gazer tries to open up that corner as much as he possibly can, while also, of course, once again, if people aren't familiar with iRacing, you cannot touch the walls. If you touch the wall, you get a 0x, and that invalidates your lap times. Just so that when it comes to like the NASCAR circuits, you can't all ride at T4 and set a world record lap.
So this fun fact, Lance Stroll is about to overtake Nigel Mansell, Alan Prost and John Lacey for most F1 appearances. And most people still think of him, no, you know, give him space, he's a rookie. Like, he's learning his way.
Maybe he hasn't reached his time yet.
That's funny.
Let's go to the top. Yeah, Perez is the crazy one to me. He's
in
a lot of races.
Yeah. He's behind Vettel, Button, Shui. He's ahead of Massa.
Yeah. So, it is a Chessie Esports 1-2. We haven't been able to say that too many times this season, but they are locked in today. Pedrick improving a lot to P4, but nearly half a second off. And, of course, everyone's still trying to figure out the setups, because this must be a very demanding circuit when it comes to the curbs. And when it comes to setups, and Chessie have nailed it.
Joey hasn't been the biggest qualifier this season, if I remember rightly. I don't know if you have any statistics for me.
He has only got 1 pole position this season.
Yeah, I just remember. Yeah, his qualifying's just not, obviously he's quick, but just not been on it. But in race format,
the driver with the most poles is Elias Sawyer, 3 poles this season. All the others really are just 1 each. I mean, we had Caracalus get 1. Postup's got 1, Pedrick's got 1. I'm sure Weberhaus must have got 1 as well, I imagine. Sulk.
Yeah, Weberhaus got a pole on his debut.
And Paul Lang as well. Only
Interlagos.
Round 1 of the season did Paul, but unfortunately had a tough time of it at Interlagos and called it a day. Hopefully we'll see him back in future seasons. Just talking of Sulk, he moves up to P3.
Yeah, Sulk's been... He got pole on his debut as well.
He did, yeah. Granez, of course, never quite the fastest driver, but has had some very good rounds. Of course, for Renova competition.
Yeah, I've quite liked Granez. Been good to watch.
Yeah, seems to have kept his... I think he did have 1 quali ban, to be fair, but mainly he's kept it clean. But this man looks on fire. This isn't going to be an improvement this time, but he is going to have time for more laps. I mean, we are still quite early in this session. We really do have several more laps for these drivers. It is a very short lap here at Adelaide, and so there could still be changes, but it's very tricky to gain or to find 0.2 of a second, even around a track like here.
I wonder what made Chessie change the livery from the the sideways Italian thing to this. I like this though. But their last livery really stood out.
I like how you're so used to the bouncing of these cars that you don't even react when the car...
That's
where
normal.
we see the clouds.
Yeah.
But that's the racing line, right?
That's the racing line, yeah.
It was actually a bit of a weak first exit. It did lose him a couple of tenths of a second. That's a little bit cleaner there for Lamper.
Yeah, I mean, not my favourite car. I mean, it's fun to drive, and the racing is very fun because of the draft and the ABS, but there's too much traction, and the front tyre bounce is beyond crazy to me.
We've got the old, the OG 992 currently set up on a motion rig downstairs here at the Apex Racing Sim Centre, which people can, of course, use if they go to apexracingsim.com. And it's, the old car, and me and Lewis do not miss the old car one bit. After doing a few laps in the 992.2.
The old one?
The 992.1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not the 991.
Nah, that was, I think, the least favourite for everyone. Because the old one was good.
I mean, the OG one, I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, just the original Porsche Cup, like the 911 GT3 Porsche Cup.
Yeah.
Fantastic car.
Yeah,
Love
it
that.
was.
And then, of course, the 992 was a big change.
You compare traction levels from the original to this one, insane.
Yeah.
Because the last one had pretty good traction. It was just more the lock-in you had to be careful of. Whereas this car, afterburners for draft and front tyre bounce. I think it will be changed for Pesk. Just in the patch notes they did, not exclusive for this car, but they mentioned tyre bounce. So I think before Pesk this will get a revision.
So Rennsport has been moving up to P15 this year.
Yeah. So expect understeer is what my guess is. That is the way, right? An iRacing change means more understeer.
Sure, yeah. Williams in chat supporting Steve Clays today. Clays starting near the back of the field in 26th position. We'll see how that works. Of course, we'll see how it works as well in terms of who's in which heat. Asking whether you can have like a drive shaft failure. You cannot.
No.
There's no impacts into the ground which will break
Even
the car.
underfloor isn't a thing. Like, do you remember the LMP1? If you went over a curb wrong,
Yeah.
you would get underfloor damage.
The GTEs as well were very susceptible to that.
But that seems to be less and less now, underfloor damage. But no, this game does accurately model if you have a dent in your door, you lose 10 kph on the straight, obviously.
Yeah. You lose your front wing, you're slow on the straights. Fine through the corners, but you know, you really don't want that on the straights.
They've admitted that though, that yeah, obviously losing your rear wing should make you quicker on a straight, but their model is damage equals worse, never better.
Yeah.
Although we've had instances in the past where some drivers were taking off their wing in a certain car.
Yeah.
And doing certain things for qualifying and stuff.
I didn't know that people were exploiting that.
No?
No.
Did you see the old Pesk tyre warm-ups? They used to park it against a wall and wheel spin. Oh, I've seen some madness.
So Max North not with a particularly strong final lap there, so he stays in 24th place.
Finn Wilberhouse has got it all to do down in 15th. Out-qualified by 2 AMs and 5 Pro-Ams.
So we've got Heat 1 then coming up. If we can show the grid, we'll try to show the grid on there. It might be that Lewis has to, like, I don't know, can he select something? I don't know. Maybe we'll just have to show the timing tower on the left side to show it. Oh, there you go. Okay, we're good now. Marot's on pole ahead of Sulk and Adjinsons. Then it is Pedrick, Whale, Putzak up there once again. Bjorklund, Viborhaus, Juhays, Kosai, Hodgson, and Deman. Of course, not so many drivers today. We've only got 15 in this first race. So I'm not entirely sure how today's going to work because we've got 30 drivers in total. One of them was a sign up deliberately by me. It'll look like a mistake, but it was genuinely deliberate just to get our numbers up above 25. And I'm not sure if we're going to have a B final. It does mean that everyone's going to get through to the A final, obviously, because there are 30 slots in the A final and there's only 30 drivers. So we might have a B final of 5 drivers and it's just for grid position for those 5 drivers, but they all get through anyway. So it might be the most boring 14-minute race of all time coming up later on.
Nah, we'll skip it.
I don't know if it will skip.
No, we'll skip it.
I mean, I could do with getting my pizza, to be fair. So if that's enough time, I could drive to Domino's and back. Hello. As the lights are about to come on for the final Heat 1 of the season. And away we launch. It's an awful start for Jensen Adjinson, who has fallen backwards immediately while the SimRacing Norway cars having to go onto the grass. Now, how do they survive through this chicane? Any slowdowns for anyone? Any dangerous launches over the curbs? Well, right now, it's Olivier Sork who's got to be concentrating on the behind because there was a great start for him to get into the lead past Miroch off the launch, but Miroch is going to try to come back, and he's got the outside here, which will turn to the inside for the next corner, where it is slightly more cambered, and they remain alongside, but it looks like Miroch is going to be able to come back, and he has come back, And he's going to retake the race leader.
In typical Finn Wheelhouse form, he is up 3 already. Everyone through safely as far as I can see.
Oh, a bit of contact
I
on
think
corner
Schultz is going to
entry.
lose out here, surely.
Yeah, Whale's going to be right on his tail. Here comes Whale, looking to the inside. Can he get it stopped?
Yeah, nicely done. But Whale be on the wrong side. For this corner, you see much traction's out there. Yep, just tucking in behind. Very aggressive stuff from Rocks there. He wanted that hand to get that done. As he was showing his nose to Schultz a few times to distract him in the high-speed stuff.
Whale doing a great job at getting past Pedrick on that first lap. Like you said, Vibo has a great start, up 3-1. Then Atkinson, who barely got off the line. He's down 4 positions, and I think he might be down a 5th now as well, because Kimonjo Bjorkland moves his way past. It's a shame for Jensen onto one of his strongest qualifyings of the season.
Yeah, and the standing starts are pretty easy in this car.
Looked like he got a lot of wheel spin. It looked to be a lot of smoke.
And they still have the clutch variants, but the range compared to the previous car is so high now.
As Moraz has gone into a different postcode. 1.1 seconds clear. Well, I don't know, and I guess some people watching along might know more than me in terms of how possible overtaking will be around this circuit. But you can see as we ride on board with Atkinson, who gets a lot of understeer, maybe a bit of aero wake, and it was nearly heading straight to the wall.
Oh yeah, I mean, you certainly can overtake. I mean, this car is... Obviously, when you're in a draft train, obviously it's a lot more difficult. But you can start picking up people when you can use the draft here. Under braking, showing your nose is a key one here. Because you've got like those high-speed entries where if they glance in the mirror and you're half showing your nose, they...
Uh-oh, Hayes is round. Oh, and that's not a good rejoin in the side. That's going to be a penalty later on. And Jason Hodgson is the unlucky victim.
Oi, oi, oi. I wouldn't have minded, but it was in his peripheral. He was staring at the dude he drove into. What's going on here?
Oh, so Gossai's hit him in the first place. And I think then waits. No, he doesn't. And, oh, yeah. Definitely a penalty for that. Bad rejoins are pretty much the worst thing you can do.
Yeah, obviously, getting on the grass, it may be a driver error, but he did cause a calamity as well, so that won't be good.
Man, now with a mistake, he really benefited from that. Down to 11th place, seems to still be running at least. Expect to see the drivers, skim that a couple of times per race. You can get away with it. Just don't want to bend that steering. This
Combination... Oh no, wait, it's in the officials this week, isn't it? Sorry, I'm thinking of Miami.
Is Miami a street circuit?
Yeah.
Sure.
But yeah, week 1 of iRacing. People say Bathurst was peak or Sebring. Like, week 1, Porsche Cup at Miami was so stacked, it was insane. With all the big names coming out to try out the car and track.
So down for Pedrick, and that might lose him a position to Wiebelhaus.
Which is his teammate, if I remember rightly.
True. Wiebelhaus does move past. The drivers were sort of reminded, it's sort of an unwritten rule, I feel like, in iRacing, that you can't defend while having a slowdown, but it has been officially added to the rules now. After we saw a couple of instances of it last time out at Hockenheim, so you don't expect anyone to do that today, as Atkinson considers a move, but way too high speed a corner to attempt it here. And your vision is impaired as well. Oh, as there's been a change for 2nd position with Whale trying to go for it, and he has done it. Or has he? Still over the curb, but still found decent traction. And he's come back
not
again.
giving it up, though. Does love a good move, does Pascal Whale. He's not concerned with things like status and pro and pro-am. It's great to see. And we're seeing this because, like I say, when the draft train's not active, so because Moraz has absolutely gunned it.
That's a long way back, wasn't it?
Yeah. He did go a bit deep there for sure.
Oh, a little bit of a mistake for Whale. He's now got Weeble House behind him. Because before he had Pedrick, who may have taken a little bit more caution.
Yeah, we're about to get a big run here. Let's see. Oof. He has to do that blind.
Well, with the Pro-Am Championship locked in, with Vatsek away this week, so he can afford a crash, but wants to end the season on a negative, and he knows that Weeble House will send it if he doesn't cover it off on the inside. And the gap now between Muroc and Solk, 4 seconds. Muroc in a different league, as that is a punt from Weeble House. I don't think it was deliberate, but see, that's not a legitimate.
Well, he did that move at Daytona. That exact. Excuse me, you should go deep here.
Sure. Well, at Daytona it was definitely deliberate. This one I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt as Will comes back against Pedrick, which was a little bit aggressive as well, I must say, from Will. Didn't really leave the cars wet from the exit, and it's allowed Putzek to go through as well. Putzek with a slowdown, and we'll see a replay of all of this. It was. I wonder if we could stick with this and follow Pedrick, because he was suffering from this attack. Is this fair into here? Over the curb? Yeah, that's pretty naughty, that. From,
I think he was seeing green at the time.
Yeah. It wasn't the same driver. It's good enough, eh?
Same livery.
I like that angle. It's quite a nice angle.
Much having his day. It's be big points for the team. Obviously, let's remember that. It is Chelsea Esport Academy, isn't it? The RP2, yeah.
Yeah. This is really the first round of the season where Chelsea actually seemed to be the fastest team.
Yeah, well, and last season.
Well, yeah, all of last season.
All of last season.
Williams in chat pointing out that P8 to P13, I think it's now P9 to P13, are Belgium and Netherlands, parts of the lowlands.
So, obviously, eyes on Steve Clays, who's holding the position for the A final. It is tight with Gossai.
Yeah, Gossai stands the third how to do a completely pointless 14-minute race right now.
Well, remember, even if it does sound pointless, it does drop your position quite a lot because you go on the back of both heats, right? Oh, no, you would anyway.
Well, Clays would start right now in 23rd place. If Gossai was able to win the A final, he'd start in 25th place. Right. Win the B final, sorry, he'd start in 25th place. Atchinson's making his way back up. He's got past Bjorklund. I think not sure if we saw that move actually. And he's now set his sights on Pedrick, who is falling backwards. Remember, Pedrick does need a decent amount of points today. It doesn't really look like Postjep has necessarily got the pace to win both races, so it might not be that he needs to score big points anyway, Pedrick, but he wants to keep it clean at the very least.
Are points scored in the B final?
They are not scored in the B final.
Okay, so it's not detrimental.
Whale with a slowdown.
Because you're right, if it's 6 and it's top 6.
Yeah. Hodgson, unfortunately, with the meatball, so he won't be finishing this one.
Yeah, that was the rejoin, right?
Yes, you are very true, yeah.
So this is the battle.
Yeah.
Gossai with a really nice run here.
Oh, man. Well, that is, we've seen that before, eh? Back in 1994.
Clay's got this, though. But perhaps Gossai felt a little bad. I don't know, it was a strange camera angle.
And the checker flag is out for Marots. He's going to win this first race.
Yeah, very nicely done. Very aggressive at the start, but paid off.
And look at the send at the end. Pedrick versus Bjorklund. And Adjins has got past Pedrick. Partsek manages to not get Bjorklund. He wasn't quite close enough to overtake him right at the end. Sheffield, Colin, Deman, and it looks like Clays will get into P12 and lock in that 23rd place on the grid for the A final.
Yeah, I wonder if we can see that Joey Petrick last corner.
Yeah, unfortunately, the session...
Oh, yeah, and rapid.
Oh, no, we've got time, we've got time. G. Hayes is about 30 seconds away, so we'll have some time. This must have been some percent because Petrick was the one on the attack on Whale.
Oh,
lovely.
Yeah, it opened itself up.
Petrick didn't really commit to anything there, did he?
I think Petrick was setting up the exit. I think he was going to, like,
Right,
okay,
sure.
I'll get off the corner and go for a run, and obviously left the door open in doing so.
And then he barely held on against Bjorklund at the end.
Yeah, did Bjorklund have a look? No, just tried to open it. Bonk.
Hartog, of course, disappointed with his slowdown earlier on. Otherwise, he would have probably finished a couple of places higher, as we still have. I think is that Steve Clays? Steve Clays is just a permanent fixture now.
He's joining us in the... Oh, there he's gone. Oh, it's a shame. We could have dragged him over to our camera in the bottom right.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, B final.
Gazer on pole, posture up. I mean, if he can get a good start, we saw P2 on the grid be a very good position starting Heat 1, so maybe he'll be able to get it because he needs it for the championship points. Then it's Lampert, Granez, Zombor, who's top of the Pro-Ams. Blow is top of the AMs. And ignore that Apex Racing theory. Trust me, it wasn't a mistake. That was deliberate.
I could run downstairs if you want.
No, he will still show up.
No, I mean, and take part.
Oh, sure.
I'll be learning the track as I go, though.
Yeah.
So I think most I could do is P3 sort of thing.
If anyone wants to get a membership at Apex Racing Sim, then we will let you in and do the B final. You've got 12 minutes.
Yeah, you got a few seconds
to get on it. So just waiting for... Oh, we're waiting for Apex Racing 3 to come on the grid, but I don't think that's going to happen. So here we go then. Everyone is prepared now. And it's Go Gazer on... Go Gazer on the pole position. Posture up alongside. And Posture with a very nice launch, but it is the outside line into the chicane. Can he do anything with it? He is keeping his nose alongside there, and there was good space being left there by Gazer. Posture with the inside line, with his nose ahead. There's been an instant in behind. I think that might be Florian Kappel, but still the top two run alongside. Still Posture with his nose ahead, but perhaps with the disadvantaged line. They slalom their way through the streets of Adelaide. And Posture has the inside line. It would be a right-hander for the next one as well. And he has got the race lead right at the start. Now, can he hold on to it?
It was wise from Posture because obviously with mate Lampert there as well, teammates working together. But Posture is going to have to go defensive here.
Cold tyres, of course, still for the drivers and Gazer.
Bigger live with Gazer there, yeah.
As he goes to the inside, can he get it stopped? He's going to be so tight on the inside.
No, he can't.
Posture gets underneath, but he'll have the outside line for the next corner. This has not been a good position so far.
Yeah, I think Posture will have the overspeed. Oh no, it's just too tight a corner, yeah.
So for the second time in a row, second place with a great start, but not able to hold on to it.
Covered off Posture hard there. He knew Posture was going to go inside.
Everyone making contact. Granez getting past Lampert. Lampert seems to be a little bit unlucky there with the bumps. And Granez easily moves into P3.
Yeah, great move.
And we wait to see now, does Gazer have the same pace as his teammate to just storm away here, or will he be pressured to the end of the race?
We haven't often seen 3 wide, guys. We haven't often seen anyone to be able to run away from Posture at any track.
Whoa, that's a lot of damage for Wiley Blair. At his home circuit, of course.
Yeah, and I think it's both teammates that are damage.
Blow, who of course was the pole sitter with an incident. Is Ireland. Did he have a slowdown, Ireland? No. Whoa, I'm not sure about that. Oh, and then what's he doing?
Yeah, he stopped because he felt bad, but...
Yeah, that was not the time to do it. That could be 2 penalties.
An active track when he stopped on the apex. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, I don't necessarily think Joey was going for a send, but mindset and mentality don't matter in an incident. You were there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Kakkar's had a qualifying ban. He's up to P8 now.
Big contact there with Kappel, and I saw it as the camera broke. Yeah.
Oh, and Kappel's lost it. Has he got damage, maybe?
No, they were just. If you go back 2 corners, Kappel and someone, but Kappel was completely sideways, and yeah, his tyres were still hot as he chucked it into the corner.
Kappel was the driver who spun it on lap 1, of course, as the swap here for Zombo, but
It was awful. No, he backed out of it because it was terrible send. He got out of that. Terrible send.
So it does look like Kappel is going to have to go into the B final.
It's by my math, it'd be 5 drivers because Apex 3. Yeah.
No, it's not on the door yet.
A bit of damage at the front of Postrup's car, I see. The middle, is it indented?
Here was the spin for Kappel on lap 1. Everyone fairly respectful through that first chicane, I must say. And it's Ireland that he made contact with, but I didn't think it was Ireland's fault that time.
No.
Kappel with a surprisingly little amount of damage after smashing into the wall. Oh, onto the grass for North. He's really struggling on this circuit. He was slow in qualifying and not having it his own way in this heat either, clearly new to the circuit. De Brouwer now later to the slowdown, albeit he won't lose any places for it.
Yeah, Mate Lampert's not making any impact on this race since being passed by David Grenaz. David Grenaz holding on well up there. But yeah, the Chesney boys, as you mentioned, are looking unstoppable at the moment. They're going to have 1-2 in the A final if it carries on this way. And that could turn the tide on the team's championship.
Yeah.
And 2 season back-to-back, has that been done before? Because it doesn't matter about the rest of the team name, right? Chesney, yeah.
Well, I think it was Chesney Academy last time as well.
Oh yeah, because we mocked that the Academy driver had a 10K.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
has it been done before, do you think? Back-to-back winners of the Porsche Cup?
not sure about Porsche Cup. Certainly into, I mean, Simmer Sweden dominated the F3 series for a few seasons, but yeah, usually, yeah, teams sort of come and go. Jesse is stuck with this. He's still bouncing furiously here. Blair with the damage, of course.
Joey's livery, his altitude, it looks a bit different than normal, right? Or not?
That is the same livery he's had for the whole season.
Oh, okay, it's maybe just this angle. Maybe just this angle. Yeah, I like the altitude team. I know quite a few of the drivers. Whoa.
Whoa.
Plus, yeah, I don't know what... Yeah, I was just thinking what benefits that give on the outside of that corner.
There's a furious battle here, and well, Blair can't get away with it from these guys. While they're battling, they're still keeping so close to him. Blair is so struggling for pace.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is his tactic to back him up and cause a war behind him, but he is not able to pull away.
He's just defending. Damage is making him slow, so he's just full defense. But he's going to be in trouble here.
Yeah, it's going to happen here. He covers it off higher, then it has to go to the outside.
And nicely done from Joey here. Oi, oi, oi,
Oh,
oi.
he absolutely shoved him out. That's a bit naughty again. Yeah. And more shoving out. So that's Krish who loses out that time. And Kappel's catching back up to these guys. Oh, and I think there's something may have even happened in front of.
Yeah, I think all of it was in
Ireland.
front, yeah. Try and get a replay of that. Yeah, something definitely happened in front because the contact Joey had was with the car in front, not behind.
Some of these guys must be knocking on the door of the 20 instance already with the amount of 4Xs we've seen, particularly Ireland. We've seen at least Iria also.
He's literally missing the front of his car, but the team makes it together.
Yeah, you can go about this a couple of different ways. Either let Blow past and secure that position, or let Blow be a bodyguard.
Okay, so here's what's happened. So this was the shoving out that you mentioned.
Yeah.
And then it was the next right-hander, I think.
Yeah, Island just missing the apex a little bit there and forcing out Frisch. And then something happened ahead of these guys. And that caused Island to have to relaunch on the brakes, but it's all kicking off again. Capel has got past a couple of these guys. He's up into P12. And Island is falling right to the back.
Yeah, great recovery from Capel after everything that happened.
Yeah, 2 spins for him so far. Oh, and it might be a third. It is a third.
Yeah, I mean...
He cannot believe his luck, Florian Capel.
Yeah, I mean, Joey's got pace. I don't know about his overtaking prowess, though, I'm afraid. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, did have one qualifying ban earlier on in the season, did Joe. But yeah, this has been his most chaotic race so far. And yeah, this is how he lost those 2 positions in the first place. Nearly ran into the back of the car's head, and there was a big hit as well.
I mean, what's the incident limit?
20.
Oh, okay, so it's pretty kind for a 10-minute.
Hit the wall, I want to say. Is it Blow or Blair? I think it was Blair who I think hit the wall. Capel with a meatball. Oof. It's going to be close to a lap behind by the end of this race, Florian Capel. Or he can just not serve it, which actually would be the wise thing to do.
Correct, you don't have to, yeah, you've got 3 laps, whatever.
I was racing in an event a few weeks ago and I finished P3! Oh, Florian, that's... Maybe he's trying to even it out, I don't know, but... I mean, it's still probably better because...
Hawk with a slowdown, Caracalis with a slowdown.
Oh, well, he is going to serve it. Doesn't really matter anyway, it's not going to change his position. Not too much has been going on up ahead, has it? Hawk with that slowdown, actually not really under too much pressure from Zombos still. And Caracalis with a huge gap behind him. Of course, had a quali ban, that's why he's so detached. But been, yeah, quite a boring one out front. But we are on the last lap of the race now.
Caracalis, not really his normal speedy self at this track.
He had a qualifying ban.
Ah, okay. Doesn't help at a track like this.
No. But at least I managed to avoid that melee of that group of drivers. Somehow North is going to end up at the top of it. You'll be pleased about that. But out in the lead, it's going to be another SDK Esports win. And they are, well, if they're not leading, they're going to be very close to the summit of the Teams Championship right now. Great result from them to win in Heat 2. There was a quick change between North and Blow. They're still going at it. And they're both crashed. And Frisch gets through. Island might get through as well. Well, even Frisch is a little bit slow as well himself. It seems like to the line. Can Island go for it, or is he just going to settle for this one? Settle for it, I think. As Blow won't even get to the line. Can we quickly get a replay of what happened there? Blair will go straight through into the A final. And, well, yeah, not the highest driving standards there. Deep from... It's not Capel, it's North who went deep in the first place. Oh, yeah, I think he was fairly innocent door-to-door contact there. And Blair just blew the engine, or did he? Yeah, must have blown the engine.
No, I haven't seen that in a pit Porsche Cup yet. Or is that fuel?
No, no, he would have been spluttering. There was some drive, wasn't there? So maybe he just absolutely like broke the rear suspension so that he could get no drive. I'm not sure. There's no B final. There is no B final. We go straight into the A final because we've got
automatically.
Automatically. The thing is, there is a setting that it asks.
Yeah.
Always run B final, and I just couldn't remember if I ticked that or not.
There are so many settings I've done it before. Some of them you're like, yeah, 99. I don't know, like, just do it.
Yeah.
Now we know why it's worth filling it out.
Yeah. So
how many A-Drive final drivers are like, you know, grabbing some food?
Sure. Yeah. Need to get on with it, guys.
That's what I'd be doing now, taking my dog for a walk, grabbing a burger, come back, you know, find out I've missed the start.
Yeah. Wrong setup. 5 minutes longer this race. Uh-oh. and yeah, missed the start of the race.
So it was important then. We almost undersold it. Those positions where they were fighting for getting into the...
I mean,
we were underselling, like, oh, it doesn't matter, they're all through. And now it's, no, you're out. You're out.
No, they're through. Everyone got through.
Oh, they're just putting them through.
But yeah, we're not having a B final to...
That's a weird way of doing it. I would have figured if there's no B final, there's no way through.
Sure.
Wouldn't you see it that way?
No, but the way that you set up the session, it's like, how many drivers are in the A final? 30. So if you skip the B final, just everyone gets through.
Gotcha.
So yes. So yeah, slightly different formats today, but means that I can eat earlier, so that's all good. It's looking very tight now for our team's championship. We might have to get the calculators out because
I don't think it's tight.
Well, it was a 35-point deficit for Chessie going into this.
Yeah, but 1-2.
Yeah, but it's only the heat, so you could.
No, I mean going into this with a 1-2.
Yeah, yeah. So I think they're currently behind, but they're gonna have to deliver in this A final.
Yeah,
I'll try to update the points at the end. I don't think I'm even going to try to figure it out.
Joey had an issue, didn't he, in his race?
Yeah, he started.
So it's actually on Finn. And is that even the right team, the Fenster? Is that the team ahead?
I think they are both Fenster. Yeah.
No, I mean which team's in P1 at the moment, Fenster or
Fenster? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so it's on one of the least point scoring team members, and that's Finn Weberhouse, to help secure the team championship.
Yeah. So we will keep an eye. We'll try to. I might try to figure it out, but it's. We'll probably just find out after the race.
I'll get in ChatGPT. Give them all the results, your passwords, your passport number.
Sure. Yeah.
The more you feed it.
Okay. Yeah. I will give a shout out to Apex Racing Academy. Thank you to them for being the title sponsor for this season. Of course, Apex Racing Academy is where you can get setups and track guides for this Porsche Cup car for all the official series weeks, as well as all the other cars as well in iRacing. Over 50 of them covered for iRacing, including all the GT3s and lots of single-seater cars as well. So just head over to apexracingac.com in order to get your subscription. But already we are gridding up for the feature race, and it is a Chessie Esports 1-2. Marcel Marotz on pole position ahead of Gazer. Then it's Sulk, Hostrup still with a chance of winning the Pro Championship. Up there in 4th place. Then it's Feeblehouse, Granez, Whale, Lamperts, Adjinsons, Hogg, Pedrick potentially in the phone line. He needs to keep it clean. I think a top 10 would be enough for him, but he needs to keep it clean up there. Carlos, watch out for him, starting in 16th place. And Jason Hodgson will get into the A final. For the second time this season, he got into the A final back at Daytona. He gets in there once again. And, well, that is a much longer grid than what we've seen so far today. As the white Chessie Esports cars line up on the grid. Are they level on the grid? There's no...
Yeah, I noticed... I think it's just a few feet on the right-hand, on the inside.
It is crazy. So really, PT, that's why PT gets such a good start, but you're on the outside line. Here we go then, for the final time this season. And it is, once again, P2 on the grid, who gets ahead. Gazer leads Marotz, but that's fine for Chessie Esports. Posture not able to get past Sulk right at the start. He'll have to be looking behind at Feeblehouse, as there is an accident. I think that's Pascal Whale. No, it's Carlos and Colin who've been involved. As Whale himself goes a little bit wide, there's a big check-up behind. Whale needs to be careful not to take out the car ahead. One of the Chessie Esports cars gets involved. We're looking out for Pedrick, who is up 1 place, who needs a clean race to win the Pro Championship, but he's now dangerously on the outside of Gordon Hawk.
Yep. And where
and round goes Bjorkland as well.
Yeah, Caracalis is out, Bjorkland is down the bottom, David Granez down 3. Joe Petrick's maintained, Finn Weberhouse is maintained. This is looking really good for
huge hit for Pedrick. Is it Pedrick? It is Pedrick. My goodness, and that could be the championship decided. Joey Pedrick, who'd only needed a clean run of events today, but that's not what he's achieved.
And Sebastian Deman and Gio have been caught up in something as well.
With Posture running up in P4, we will get the calculators out, but it's all gone wrong for the man who has led the championship after round 1 for the vast majority of the season.
Wow, you're talking about the Drivers' Champ
Yeah.
now. I didn't even think about that. Did Postrup needed a big points
not too big.
Man,
it was in the Pro-Ams and the ARMS, which was looking possible.
It would be amazing if a non-Chesney or Lion GP driver won the championship.
Well, I will start trying to figure out the points, but that is a huge change.
Team-wise goes, it needs working out, but I mean, Chesney. Oh.
Well, Pedrick's going to still. Is just going to try to prove he hasn't got a meatball.
He's going to fall back though.
Here it was. And he just understeered into the wall. And I know you can complain about the car behind, but there's nothing the car behind can do.
No, that was fully on Joey. Cold tyres, miscalculation, dirty air, it was all on him.
And it'd been a decent start for him as well. He got up one place. It was very crowded. And, well, all he can hope now is Finn Wiebelhaus.
I mean, you can't blame the car behind if you smash into a wall.
No,
like, you've driven into a wall. That's not a break,
sir. There's absolutely zero you can do.
So, yeah, very big mistake from our driver's champion. Oh,
it was Caracallis on that one. And he's just been wiped out there.
Yeah, if we could get far chase for Caracallis there, I'd be interested to see.
Oh, and Luke Blow, I think, was at the back. Somehow got his way through it all. Up 8 places now is Blow.
Okay, let's see here. Following Caracallis. Look. Aye.
Oh, man. Yeah. Not good. Who was it? It was Matthew Collin who did that.
He was just too excited. He was judging everything by the car next to him while inadvertently sending it 3 wide on lap 1 on cold tyres into a tight corner.
And here is what happened to Capel. So already you see Pedrick losing it, and then Deman was so unlucky. I thought that was Postrup for a moment.
No, poor Deman.
It was Deman who got wiped out.
That was terrible. Actually, terrible move. I mean, these guys are lucky. I mean, this car has ABS and they're driving like this.
Sure.
If that was the old Porsche Cup, you wouldn't just wipe out the car, you'd smash that wall up. Yeah, the Chesney boys can just take a breath, work together. Oh,
Hayes into the wall now, and Luke Blow barely getting through it.
I think we need to see that again. I mean, obviously, when the camera tuned in, it just looked like the intent wrecked him. That's all I saw, an intent wreck. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, what is G. Hayes doing? Oh, so who was the other car?
Petrick, it wasn't it?
Oh, Pedrick. Oh, well. I mean, if Pedrick's championship was already in trouble, then doing an intentional wreck,
I mean, that weren't
going to help it, is it?
I mean, unless his wheel fell under his chassis.
I mean, maybe worth getting another replay, just because it is so big for the championship. I mean, if this is an intentional wreck, we can rule out Joe Pedrick from winning this championship.
I mean,
now.
Yeah, he has a bent wheel. Okay, so under braking it might get a bit squirmy, but nope.
Yep.
Yeah, it's intent.
Yeah. So that will drop him to the back, because I think that'll probably be a disqualification. And, well, that's a shame, because he actually had a chance, because all he needed was Wiebelhaus and Postrup to have an instant. That's another one in the wall. And it's Hayden Puttock.
I'm not sure what to make of it, though, because he did that all by himself. Like the smashing into a wall, the lap 1, the spinning.
But, I mean, he's upset, right? He's just lost the championship.
And the team's championship.
And the team's championship.
He did that in 1 race.
An awful time for Lion GP, who look like they're going to come away from their maiden season in ARA Porsche Cup without a championship, when both looked locked down today, both the teams and the pro drivers. As Gazer's got a slowdown, he's going to have to let his teammate past. Rotz leads this race.
Yeah, you don't need to do anything special now, guys. Just
who's the other?
Ben says Wiebelhaus.
Yeah, are there 3 of them though? There's Pedrick out there, and no, it is just the 2 of them out there. So yeah, they are not going to be scoring points today. We will be able to confirm the points right after the race is over, but I don't think I'm even going to do the calculations for either one, because it does look completely settled.
I mean, yeah, I'm not a steward, and we don't make decisions live, but in what universe was that not intent? Because he re-straightened the wheel.
Yeah.
He turned right, then turned left, because there wasn't a turn yet.
I mean, he might be a massive Michael Schumacher fan and just want to emulate his hero. at this circuit once again in 1994. But
I'm just blown away. Like, he understeered into a wall on cold tyres. That was on him.
he gets overtaken by Deman, who's had his own issues. Good to see at least Deman's car isn't too damaged because he was very lucky with his crash earlier. Yeah, Porsche just needs to keep it clean now. I mean, frankly, I even let Beaverhouse go. I don't think he needs it. Beaverhouse would have. I don't think Beaverhouse would intentionally wreck Posture. Obviously, it would help his teammate, but you know he would be willing to make contact. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I don't know the points deficit, but yeah, it's probably best to let Beaverhouse through, isn't it? As long as you've done the numbers.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if he would have necessarily had a perfect calculation for him being in fourth and...
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big hit for Beaverhouse, blimey. I mean, that's why you can't... here comes the move. How hard does Pedrick fight it? Not at all. He's listened to us. And, well, Beaverhouse could potentially back him up, but I don't think he'll do that. I think he'll just focus on his own race now, Wolfen. So Mirror is loose on the circuit.
Poor Capel. Sorry, every time I see Capel, I just think, poor Capel.
Well,
Nothing's happened this race, I don't think yet, has it? But I was just thinking,
right.
poor Capel.
Yeah, well, he got wiped out, I think, 3 times in Heat 1, so... I think he's gone through his bad luck for this season and next. He's got a chance here against Wiley Blair, but not worth it into T1.
I'm not even sure why Petrick's still driving.
Yeah, well, yeah. When you potentially wreck someone, it does indicate that you've given up, right?
You don't intend wreck and think, okay, let's just bring it home.
Now let's focus. We got that, you know, we got that off our chests, and now let's
drive this broken car to last. Only 10 more minutes.
Alongside, just behind these guys with Bjorklund and Hodgson. Yeah, Bjorklund moving past Hodgson, but yeah, Pedrick is going to finish last. Maybe might beat Hodgson, I'm not sure, but I think Bjorklund and Sheffield will move their way past because that car is in a bad state.
Come on then, mathematician. Postrip 5, Petrick 22.
The problem is that you've got heat points as well. Because he scored points for heat as well.
Oh, yeah.
But
right, forget the heat. Forget the point.
Oh, yeah, good, because we see him beat him in the heats anyway, so that alone. So the gap was 27 points.
So what's how many points? Because I mean, I don't see in what universe it's not an intent wreck as well. That's one thing to remember. The man, his car looks considerably good considering how hard that impact was.
27 points, so 61 plays 23. So 61 versus 38. That's 24 points. And what did I say was the gap?
Don't remember, sorry.
The gap was 27 points, but he outscored him in the heat by a few points.
Plus Petrick will finish 25th
fine.
if it's in 10.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And we'll get like post-season penalty and all of that stuff. So it is a bit irrelevant. But yeah, like I think we can, with confidence, say.
Obviously, now there could have been a. Usually, you don't keep driving when you intend. So
Hawk's got a.
It does need proper reviewing.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Hawk with the meatball. He will drop back because of that. That's a shame for Gordon Hawk, was in for some decent points. Might actually change as well. He finishes.
Gordon Hawk, meatball.
Top positions in the Pro-Ams because Hawk was before. Oh no, too fair. Hawk's had. I forget Hawk's had a terrible season. He's 15th in the championship. That was I thinking, oh, this might effectively finish in the top 3. But no, he is well down. Is Paul Gordon?
Yeah, I think I had that confusion as well. Posture Pinguino in chat. Come on, Posture. Yeah. My pick for this race. Your pick for this race.
Yeah, there you go. But he's not going to win, is he? Hodgs is going to win.
Yeah, but in the last round, you're picking the champion, right?
Oh, sorry, yeah. We can both see that.
Definitely.
Salt keeping Gazer honest. credit to Sulk. He's been the only guy. I mean, to be fair, Wiebelhaus as well has been somewhere close to the.
Awful qualifying though from Wiebelhaus has really nullified his today.
You can sort of tell he's been learning it as he's been going along. He's a very talented guy across races.
I haven't seen him in officials this week, so that's fair. Whereas Hockenheim, I saw him in absolutely loads of officials.
Yeah, he was
absolutely on it.
He was impossible to beat until he got wiped out on lap 1 at T6.
In the officials, he was. I mean, I watched him beat. What? Moritz.
Sure.
Yeah, I watched him beat Moritz.
So now for Wiebelhaus. You could see he just took a bit too much curb that time.
Looks a bit slow there.
He's got to slow down.
Ow, sorry.
Clays versus Colin. Very similar liveries. Aren't teammates. Hodgson doing well in 24th. I think that would be his best A final result of the season. Of course, he will try to get past Pedrick as well before the end. Hawg, is Hawg still? Where did Hawg go? Did he retire? It's 22nd place. Wow, so he served his fast repair and he's still ahead of Pedrick, which sort of indicates that maybe Pedrick should have served his slow down. Well, the 10 wrecking drivers.
Yeah, I don't know, because I could tell you hadn't seen the beginning of the replay. Because when we first saw it, you was just like, oh, there's been an incident. I was like, what did you not see? Then on the replay. Yeah, I'm really not sure. Pascal Wow is absolutely flying. It's caught Postrup, but Postrup is not wanting to engage with Wiebelhaus, and Wiebelhaus has been a little off him with slowdown.
Yeah. Just 4 minutes to go. And once again, going into this round, it was all the way of Line GP. Pedrick led the championship by 27 points, but by our calculations, he will be outscored today. Plus, will almost certainly get a post-race penalty for intentional wrecking another driver. In the team's championship, Line GP had control as well, 35 points, but Chessie look like they're going to deserve that, and credit to Chessie because they've sort of earned that. I know it's been a bad round for Line, with one of their drivers not around today, and with Postrup having Pedrick having a bad time with it, but they have won both heats and look like they're going to finish 1-2 in the A1. I don't think any team has done that all season
very impressive
to get a maximum points.
I don't know if we could check the replay. I have a theory. Who was the car behind Joey when Joey understeered into the wall?
Oh, I assume it was him. Yeah. I assume
but
that's the case.
Joey's got to be mad, surely. I mean, he tracked out into the wall. You can't be angry the car behind didn't predict this magic. Chessie in chat, let's go. We're going to bring home that team championship once more. Yeah, it's looking really good.
And Posh Penguino from Tropicana, who of course supporting early Postrup, who was on course to win the Drivers' Championship.
How is it the car behind's fault? I can't believe it. Joey's
so that was G Hayes, wasn't it? Who he turned around a few moments later.
Joey's 7.5K understeers into a wall with cold tyres and blames the guy behind for not predicting it.
Can't tell if it was G Hayes or was on board. It was one of them, but yeah, does make a big difference. But yeah, Porsche Penguino, let us know what's sort of the story of the Tropicana, because we're not familiar with the team. Of course, only one driver entered this season, but we're
Demand.
familiar with you guys. Oh, of course, Demand. Yep,
Yeah, Demand's Tropicana.
Yep. As Adrianson has had an issue, what a shame. And that sort of sums up Jensen's season. He came in mid-season and hasn't really been able to maximise his results on the most part. And it'll be interesting to see how he picked up that crash.
Posh Penguin is asking if Pestrick is quick. Yes, last lap he boxed.
Aha. So drops him down to 27 now. Oh no, he's already hit the wall.
Oh, Yeah, he's just going to loop it on the next entry.
Is he just gonna?
Oh,
I don't know what he was expecting to happen.
wow, that's 2 people in a row we've had. They've turned the wrong way for the wrong corner. But Joey did it without damage. Yeah, what a shame. Those wall contacts, it's like Bathurst and Long Beach, 99.99% of the time. Your heart goes for a split-second, everything's fine. Then sometimes you come off the corner with a 70 degrees to the right wheel. The worst feeling. But I have to say, of the last year or so, damage has definitely been improved in the sense of having a working car without a meatball. Because I remember a couple of years ago, it was almost a joke how...
Oh, it's so tiny, isn't it?
Wow.
It's just on the rear corner. I wasn't even sure if he had hit it, but yeah, blimey. And then, yeah, like I said, I mean, had he hit the car ahead, I think that would have been worthy of a penalty because you could tell his steering was broken. But doesn't matter anyway, and goes back. So here is Weberhaus still ahead of Porsche. And Whale very close behind. Porsche, we are 99% sure, can let Whale past. And I hope Finn doesn't do anything soon.
Is he backing up Porsche?
What was his last lap time? 18.8? Fine on the last lap. So if he has started backing up, it's only on this lap. I think he's fine. I don't think he's doing anything silly. Here comes Whale though. And Porsche doesn't need to get involved here. But does he know the point situation? He's been overtaken, but P6 should still be enough for the points that he needs. You'd earn 59 points, down in 27th place as rival. So where's he? He's in 6th place, so yeah, he'd earn 61 points. Oh, that is the end of the race, sorry. That is the checker flag. Well, apologies for that. And we think that is the championship then. In the team's championship, Chessie Esports have overcome the deficit to win the team's championship for the 2nd time in 3 seasons. And in the pros, Ole Postup has done what he's needed to do in order to overtake Joey Petrick at the final rounds. What a dramatic turn of events at Adelaide.
I honestly cannot believe it. I am shocked.
And we will try to confirm those points, and obviously it is subject to penalties as well later on, but from what we saw, it didn't look like Petrick or the Chessie cars got involved in any instance, so they shouldn't be...
No, Petrick didn't get involved in any...
Oh, that's what Porsche. I get those two confused all season long.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, I cannot believe we watched Joey self-implode on the last round after a dominant season.
And he didn't lead the championship every round. I think Sawyer led for some of the rounds because he had to unfortunately drop out mid-season. He had school exams, which he had to focus on. And we did see, you know, Postup, I think, lead after Monza, I think it was. But Petrick led after the round 1, and he led after round 8. But he led the most rounds.
So how I see it, Joey might not like this. Well, I obviously, I don't think highly of him right now. But mathematically, right, if he didn't intend and he just kept his cool, Postup drops to 6. Petrick finishes, let's say, a nice easy 23, 24. I would think he would take the championship.
Well, I think with the heat points, I think
it would be close. I think it would have been close.
We'll find out soon because I'll try to be uploading the results. But yeah, what's a dramatic finale. We will get some interviews with our drivers and perhaps bring them the news of the various championships. Have we got anyone to join us already?
Hayden, if you want to chat with him.
Yeah, feel free to have a chat with him yourself while I do the points.
Hello, Hayden, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello, mate. First of all, obviously, congratulations on the Drivers' Championship. I think we pretty much had it wrapped down last week, but now it's official. Excellent season, mate. It's been a pleasure to watch. Obviously, it wasn't an easy crowd you was in. Yeah, you must be chuffed. And obviously as well, how was the track for you?
be fair, I did put in quite a bit of practice, even though I thought in my mind I'd sort of done it. I thought I might as well just sort of put in the practice at least for this one as well, just to be sure. But I was very surprised I somehow got pole. I did not think that lap was nowhere near good enough. But yeah, I was going to take it. Heat 1. Yeah, heat 1 was okay, but I sort of got a bit of an off track. And then, yeah, second, or that last final was just carnage.
Yeah, it's more than just pole. Your starting position, I mean, I'm trying to remember on Heat 1, but I want to say you were something like 6th or 8th. I'm sorry, it's hard for me to remember. I'm going to say 6th. Was it 6th?
Yeah, it was P6.
Yeah, see, that's insane. That's not just pole. I mean, I called it a few weeks ago, but I think you'd have done very well in Pro-Am this season. I don't think you'd have won it, but I think you'd have scored
I think
top
third,
3.
Third in the championship, I think. Yeah.
Is that something you're looking... Go on. Yeah, carry on, sorry.
Oh, no, sorry. I was just going to say, I did, like, sort of half, or not halfway through, probably 3/4 of the way through, I did sort of look at the Pro-Am Championship and did sort of see, I think at the time I would have been like a top 5, but after a couple more decent results at least. Yeah, I did sort of keep my eye on that, and probably for next Porsche Cup, hopefully I'll be battling at the front with Pro-Ams.
Well, the next one will be stacked because it will be all the PESC interest is back, and this league really picks up when the PESC is sniffing around. Like we've seen the pros, we've seen Pro-Ams have 5Ks. Yeah. Pro-Ams have had 5Ks in before. So yeah, beware what you wish for. But no, fantastic season. Did you end up enjoying the track, Adelaide?
Yeah, I did quite like Adelaide. It's sort of one of those tracks where if you don't do the qualifying right, you're sort of going to struggle. So it probably helped that I was in a decent position a bit further up. But yeah, I think it's quite a nice track. When you do hook it up, it is you can really push it to the walls, and yeah, a little bit too much, and you'll end up backwards.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we saw some of the big names not get their qualifying right, and where tracks like Imola, Monza, they would fly through the field, just small gains per race. What was your biggest takeaway from the season? Like the thing that maybe impressed you the most about yourself? Like, was there a big takeaway you had for this season?
To be fair, before round 1 even started, I was debating not doing it at all. I knew I was going to miss, Road Atlanta. Yeah. I was in two minds about doing it at all, and I would have given it up to, or was in the thought of giving it up to someone who would be able to do all of them, but I thought I'll just stick it out, and sort of after Interlagos, I was like, I know I'm going to miss a round, but if I can just sort of be one of the top people in AMS for most races,
yeah,
I could. I just knew I had to be consistent across the whole season. I was surprised in myself as well, to be fair, with as much as I'd say I'm consistent, I didn't quite happy with how I've driven, or very happy at least with how I've driven this whole season. And this is my first championship as well, so
excellent.
On the cake a bit.
Yeah, no, great stuff, and yeah, glad you stuck it out. It's been a pleasure to watch, pleasure to cover, and hopefully you come back for next season when, yeah, I predict it will be very stacked, and I think Sam will. Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to win AM and then stick it out in AM again. I don't think so. Anyway, congratulations again on the championship and well driven this season, Hayden. It's been nice talking to you. Anyone you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, that's the usual. Race Forge boys backing me. Jensen as well. It's a shame that he weren't there for the start, because I think he would have definitely been up there in the Pro-Ams. He's shown like crazy pace. He got unlucky in this last round at least, but yeah, I'm happy to have him as a teammate. But yeah, just happy for all Race Forge backing me. I know most of them are still watching.
Awesome job, mate. Yeah, again, congrats. Hopefully see you next season. Congratulations.
Yeah, see you next season. Thank you.
Cheers, mate. Cheers. Hayden there, worthy champion. I mean, seems like a nice guy, drove well. Don't think you had to penalise him at all, or did you? Any quali bans? Was he naughty?
No quali bans. I don't remember him picking up a penalty at any point actually. So no, he's been one of the cleanest drivers. So yeah, congratulations to him, and congratulations to our pro champion. It is Ole Postchep who joins us now. I've done the points, Ole, and you scored 855 points. Joey 846, so 9 points the difference. Frankly, Joey, I don't know how much you saw of the race. Joey may well be in line for a post-race penalty anyway, but congratulations, Ole. You have pulled it off against the odds.
Thanks, guys. That was a difficult one, man. Knowing Joey was very far back, I knew I just had to consolidate and bring home some solid points. And yeah, it was difficult to just try to not drive too hard and bin it, but still keep decent pace was quite difficult, to be honest.
Were you aware of the position that you needed to win the championship? Because obviously Joey's position was dropping as the race went on. At one point he was still in the top 20, but then he dropped as low as 27th.
Yeah, no,
were you aware of the place you needed?
No, I didn't know exactly where I needed to be. I just knew that Patrick was very far back, but I thought maybe top 8 would be enough. But yeah, I was still a bit scared there at the end when Pascal got me on the last lap. That was yeah. I think, not sure what Finn did there. Maybe he did some mistake or something in the first sector, and then Pascal could catch up. But yeah, that was a scary moment, to be honest.
It looked it.
Yeah. We were a little bit concerned that you were going to fight it when we sort of knew that you didn't have to fight it, but you did the right thing where you put up some defense, but you didn't get involved in a collision. What's it been like this season? Because I mean, I look at the teams around you. I mean, you had Joey as a Lion GP car right behind you in the championship. Then you had 3 Chessie esports cars. Obviously, you had a bunch of other Lion GP cars out there as well who were all very strong. Yeah, it must have been very tough this season to put up a fight against those sort of teams while you've been a privateer. Do you think that's sort of made an impact this season?
Yeah, I guess so, especially at the drafting tracks and in qualifying. I think I maybe lost out a couple of times, but they've also been racing each other quite hard sometimes. So yeah, I think maybe also just having myself up there, just driving, not being involved in any team drama or anything, just doing what I can do and yeah, focusing on what's important.
Yes, yeah, you've done a very good job of that this season, Ole. And yeah, in terms of future seasons, what's your plan now in terms of sim racing, iRacing? Of course, we've got the announcement of PES coming back. Are you going to be aiming to qualify for that? Are you going to be sticking with the Porsche Cup? What does the next couple of months look like for you on iRacing?
I think I might try some LMP2 or hypercar or something. This yeah, the Porsche, I got used to it now, but still not sure if it's my favorite car with the bouncing and stuff. But yeah, it can be fun. Here was very enjoyable on this track, to be honest. With yeah, overall, just this track is very fun. First time driving it, so that was a new challenge also.
Well, we've got our prototype championship coming up in a couple of weeks, so if you are interested in the GT3s or the NP2s, we do hope to see you on the grid for that. But for now, Ole, is there anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I guess my teammate Seb. He's been with me the whole time. Just he's not been up at the top, but it's been very good company, and yeah, would like to thank him. And also you guys in the broadcasts. Every race has been very fun to rewatch the day after. So yeah, big thanks to you guys.
Well, thank you for putting on such a good show this season, Ole. Congratulations on the title, and yeah, we'll hope to see you back soon.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
GG's.
Ole posture up there. I think still sort of trying to process everything there because of course it turned around so quick. I guess he knew that he had a chance after the heat. We all did. I mean, starting P11 for Joey, he was in the firing line
Sure.
to begin with. But as long as he got through that lap 1 clean, he was going to be champion, was Joey. But he wasn't able to do that.
Crazy. I mean, I've been picking Ollie as my pick for so many weeks, including this week. And, you know, because obviously it is a cool story. Yes, he did have a teammate, like he said, not fighting at the front, whereas you had the Shezzy and Lion practically locking out the other 7 positions. So, like, things like his Road Atlanta drive for me was absolutely epic. Like, absolutely epic. All right, we've got Pascal Well to speak to. Pascal, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, hello.
Hello, mate. First of all, congratulations on the Pro-Am Championship. Absolute solid driving all season. And today, no different. I mean, your nearest competitor in Pro-Am was 6 positions down. And yeah, I was seriously impressed. Like race heat 1, you were battling pros for positions. You got Ollie Postrup on the last lap of this, of the A funnel. It's been a stellar drive. How have you enjoyed the season?
Yeah, thanks, mate. The season was great. I really enjoyed driving all the tracks and racing against Lars and all the others in my class.
Yep.
And I really enjoyed to fight against the pro drivers.
No, I mean, yeah, I liked that about you. You never thought, okay, this is a pro guy, I'm just going to follow him because I'm leading Pro-Am. You, on so many occasions, you know, showed that you're here to race, and race win means beating everyone. Is that how you approach it? Like, you just didn't think about classes? Was you doing it for the championship, or was you just there to race each race?
No, I was just like, I'm here to learn, and I only can learn from drivers that are better than me. So even in my team, we are practicing against the pro drivers from our main team, and we are racing everywhere. Doesn't matter how much rating someone has, it's just race and getting better.
It's great to see, because yeah, you've had a really stellar season. At the start of the season, wasn't sure what direction it's go. There's some big names in there we've seen from previous seasons, some very fast guys, but you came out on top. What was your biggest takeaway from the season?
My biggest takeaway would be that I'm capable of driving against the pros, and that I can still improve a lot and can be up in the leaderboard more than like I showed in this race. Like, I was getting consecutive 5th places against the pros, so I think I could, if I improve a little bit more, I can race for the wins maybe.
Yeah, it's a great mentality to have, and I say you've been a pleasure to watch and support. Anyone you'd like to give a shout out to, Pascal?
Yeah, I want to thank my team, all the other guys from P1 Dogs that delivered the great setups I was driving. Just insanely what they all did for me. Thanks to all of my team from ARA, Fiercely Forward, and from P1 Dogs.
Awesome stuff, mate. And again, congratulations. Hope to see you in future seasons. Maybe in pro. Let's see. But no, again, congratulations, Pascal. Brilliant stuff.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Thanks.
Cheers. Pascal there. Another fantastic driver. What a season, because he wasn't the pick at the beginning, right?
Well, I was sort of thinking, did I pick him at the start of the season? I can't remember who I picked. No, I picked Bjorkland, I think.
Yeah, I mean, he's a fast dude. Just didn't go his way. Maybe just didn't adapt to the car. But no, I thought he had such a strong season. He always looked into control. And I say, my favourite thing about it wasn't aggression based, but he just didn't care that you were a pro. Like, you're slower in this corner, so move. Yeah. I liked that about him. Whereas you can see other drivers, and rightly so, like some of them are thinking about their championship. Why risk fighting a pro who might get a bit pride beaten if they feel like they need to get the position back? But no, fantastic stuff.
We both picked Chelsea Esports Academy, I think, to win the teams, didn't we?
Oh,
so we were right about that.
Yeah.
There you go. I mean, Paul Langdon actually did it. He pulled out after round 1.
Wait, all my
But
picks aren't here anymore.
Yeah, blimey. Okay, that's the curse I've ever heard of, isn't it?
Well, Chessie were. I thought that was a great battle with Chessie and Lion. Yeah, I mean, at one point, I think, just past the halfway mark, I think Chessie looked out of it. They were P3 and a notch back from both the Lion GP teams, coming off big wins at places like Le Mans and... yeah, so really surprising. Maybe just the arrangement of... No, because Finn was a third driver, right? What happened to the... Who was the Fens the second?
I can
Oh, it's begins with an O.
Or Orbendorfer.
Orbendorfer, yeah. So...
Yeah, you couldn't do the last round.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, what a season.
Yeah, the points in the teams in the end were... Chessie Esports Academy 1,754.
So one close.
Fenster 1,710, so 44 points was the difference. So yeah, they took it quite comfortably in the end. Had Pedrick had maybe a 5th place in that A final, then I think that would have maybe balanced it out. So, big if. So, yeah. Impressive stuff. Of course, we are slightly early compared to previous times.
What can we say? We did our job fast.
Well, there's no B fun, right?
Yeah, and that.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything across the season. How have you enjoyed this season? I think this season's been really good in terms of it's been so competitive. Like there really hasn't been. I think maybe a couple of times we've sort of seen Pedrick where you're like, okay, he's now going to dominate, or Sawyer, okay, he's now going to dominate, and even Vibor House, okay, now he's going to dominate. But they've never been able to keep it up for more than one round. In the next round, you've had a Postrup, a Despotakis, a Karakalis, and many other drivers who I'm not giving justice to. It really has been one of the most competitive seasons we've ever covered in any ARA league.
For sure. And not even just on the iRating side, just on the taking blows for who's going to get the win each round. Yeah, I mean, even Schultz was a great addition to the league. Late, I would have liked to see how he would have got on if he'd been there from the beginning and maybe had a teammate. Yeah, it's been fantastic. And like I couldn't see originally how drivers like Wiley Blair and Luke Blow were going to lose this champion. I just assumed they were going to be the team to beat, and it just didn't pan out that way. And Pro-Am, I didn't know what way it was going to go. I feel like we're missing a driver in Pro-Am. I can't think of that. I was...
Bjorklund?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, Bjorklund's a really rapid guy. It just didn't go his way this season. Pro-Ams. Oh, Watzik, of course, wasn't here today. Yeah, very good. And Koenig, a very strong driver.
You got a couple of poles.
Aiden Carter had some good results, I think.
Yep,
first.
Yeah, P5 overall.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, fantastic stuff. Looking forward to, obviously, in 2 weeks' time, the start of Prototype Championship.
Yes, sign-ups are still open for that. They are filling up quick, though. We've only got about 20 left out of 60, and it's only been open for a week, so do make sure to register for either the LMP2 or the GTP cars. Of course, the best place to see any new leagues for Apex Racing League is over on our Discord. There's a link to that in the description below. Also, our social medias as well, on Instagram in particular. You'll be able to find out whenever a league goes live. So do check all that out. Do check out Apex Racing Academy, of course, the title sponsor for the series. Check out apexracingsim.com as well. If you're based in the Northamptonshire area, try our rigs for as little as £20 a month. That's up to 60 hours, I guess, you could potentially use the rigs for.
I'm thinking of selling my rig
£20.
for that value. I'm thinking of selling my rig, all that stuff.
You would have to probably use our rigs for about 100 years, I think, in order for the balance.
Once I told my wife, I was like, I'm going to sell everything here, and I'll just use that.
Yeah. Spend more time with me. You'd love that. So
I'll keep my stuff.
Yeah, sure. But if anyone else wants to spend time with me, then you can do for £20 a month. So yeah, do check that out. But yeah, that's pretty much it for us then. Of course, subscribe to Apex Racing TV as well. Leave a like on the video. We do very much appreciate your attendance throughout this season. But for now, from myself, Sam Fitzpatrick, from David Sampson, and the Apex Racing TV esports studio. We'll say goodbye and we'll see you back for season 16 of the Apex Racing Academy Porsche Cup. See you then. Ciao.
Sim racing has become too expensive, and that's why we've set up our membership here at Apex Racing Sim. This is our sim centre in Corby, and you can use the rigs here for as little as £20 a month. And that's not just for a one-off, that's as much as you want for an entire month. So just head over to apexracingsim.com to become a member.